Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've signed up for a couple of new leagues. Still fighting some jet lag from getting home from vacation yesterday, and I'm trying not to fall asleep because it'll screw up my sleeping schedule. With that being said, I joined For Golf's Sake 15 Plus League, and that's not for people 15 years or older. I believe that is for people with a 15 or higher handicap, which is me. Okay, vital statistics here are 6-foot auto, gimme putts, 6,000 yard tees, mulligans are off, Saturday pins, green firmness is normal, stimp is 11, fairway firmness is hard, wind is calm, and per the usual, we are at sea level somehow every single damn course I play. Let's fire the sucker up here. Alrighty, we're all loaded up here. First hole at the Grange tournament is a par 350 yard par 3, or excuse me, par 4. Let's get on with the round here. Okay. Get up there. Looks like we're sort of obstructed by a tree. Not quite. 164 yards to go. Let's hit the 7-iron here. What do we do there? A little bit off the heel. Not a bad shot. We're up there. Uh, 32 yards here into the pin. Oh! Six-footer here. All right, second hole's a par 4, 445 yards. Let's see here. Still a $1.99 out. It is warm in the garage today. 21 degrees above the average temperature for this day every year, allegedly. All right. What do we do there? Toed it. Toed you so. Okay, now we are hitting out of a bunker. Got to go uphill a bit here. Ball's going to want to go right. We got plenty of green to work with. Yeah, that was something else right there. Okay, 18% penalty. Let's try this again here. That time it went pretty far, huh? Oh! Okay, out of the ring. Man, we're having a hell of a hole here after that par. Let's see here. Putter. Little 8-footer. Probably 9-footer here. That stinks. Okay, 139 yards. That would have been a good shot. We are closer to the pin, huh? That'd have been a really good shot if it was straight. Low and towy. I'm not sure why that ball was so hot, but here we are nonetheless. 21, 22, 23 foot putt here. Almost had that. All right. So double and then a bogey there. 334. Is that like a wrought iron fence or something down there? It's something, but it's pretty far down there. Oh, buddy. Get out of there. All right. We're on the other side of the fairway, opposite the trees. Now we got 131 yards in. Let's go with the 9-iron here. Roll back. Not much going on with this putt. It's uphill. Let's call it about 15 feet or so. We'll certainly take that. Okay, 369 here. What's this, hole 5? Little dog leg to the left. Let's get all the way to this side of the tee box here. Should be all right. I'm working on some stuff with my driver. We don't get along too well these days, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do some marriage counseling. Okay, that wasn't bad. Buck 09 unfortunately through this tree. Let's hit a pitching wedge Maybe get over to the left a little bit here. Nice easy pitching wedge. Sit. All right, that was off the bottom of the face, hence the outcome there. 14 yards. Let's hit a little bumping around here if we are able. That was really weird. Who's the course designer here? We need to submit a bug report to. Okay, it's Dev or Dev. Dev. Regardless of the weird thing that just happened, we're 10 or so feet out from the pin. Downhill. Okay, 6 is a little itty bitty 82 yarder. Let's hit the 58-degree wedge here. Get up there. I don't normally generate very much backspin, but yeah, good shot, good shot. A little 20-foot putt here. A little too much mustard there, but that should be a par. Okay, number 7 is a 475-yard par 5. Let's see if we can turn this into a birdie chance. That's not exactly the longest par 5 I've ever been on. Got some good rollout there thanks to the hard fairways. Looks like we need to go over this tree 230 yards. Probably not going to go over the tree if we're being honest with ourselves, right? Let's go over here. 160 yards, just get it up there. It is a par 5. Okay, pulled it a little bit. Should still be on the fairway. Within striking distance here. Let's see if we can get something nice and tight on the pin, but it looks like our green is all over the place. You can see that the hole's been cut on a high spot on the green. Let's just get the ball somewhere near it if we're able to here. 81 yards. Sit. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, this shot's, this putt's for birdie. Not much going on, but it is a double break. I'm just going to leave it alone and see if we can get it up into the cup. 14, 15 feet here, I'd say. That's real hard. Okay, good. I'll take a par. That putt, the second it came off the putter face, I knew that thing was going balls out. Okay, what do we got here? Number 8's a par 4, 356. Oh. All right, 238-yard drive there. For some reason, my driver's working. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, and I suggest you don't do that either. 117 yards into the pin. We got some green to play with, so I'm going to club down, club up. I don't know what the saying is. Gap wedge. Let's check the heat map on the green though. Okay, it looks like the cup's been cut into the high part. As long as we don't hit this area here, this false front, and we'll be fine. But if we do, it's gonna roll probably back, or it's certainly not gonna get up to the pin, right? Okay, unfortunately we are heading right, but I think we're okay, we're high enough. This is for birdie. Hopefully we can get out here with a par. 27, 28, let's call it a 30-foot putt here. Let's try to get it over there. Pretty low percentage putt. Pros don't make putts this long very often, obviously. 30-footer. Did it give it to us? It did. GS Pro is a merciful simulator program, if nothing else. Okay. 475 par 5. We know we're not going to go quite that far. There we go. Looks like we got a members bounce there, and I will certainly take it. Probably not the longest drive ever. 206 thanks to the rollout. And we got some work to do here with the 3 wood. As you can see, the front of the green here is just absolutely littered with all form of stuff here. We want to be, if we're going to be anywhere, we want to be over in this region here, which is tough. That's easier said than done, especially for anybody who's seen me hit my 3 wood lately. But let's see how many fire cylinders we're firing on here. Okay, it was a thick shot. We still got 165 yards, and we're 105 out. That's fine. Let's get over there if we can. 105 yards to the pin. Let's hit the old 48-degree gap wedge here. That was real thin. We might be all right. Get up there. All right. No members bounce on that one. Let's see if we can save par here. What do we got? 18. We got some green to play with here. Okay, do we scramble? Did we save par there? Sand save, I think that'll show up in the stats at the end. Number 10 is a 495 yard par 5 again. Let's try to take advantage of that here. We know the ball's just not going to go quite that far. It's just not our day. It's just not our day, but maybe we'll get a hold of it. What we don't want to do is hit into that area over there with the green Lincoln log looking buildings. I'm pretty sure that is a inner OB, and it'll cost us a couple of strokes. So let's be the brave little toasters that I know we can be here. And that should get the job done. .250, that'll definitely get the job done. As you can see, we are still quite a long ways out. Let's grab that 3 wood and give it a bit of a whack. We certainly gave it a little bit of a whack. We're gonna get lucky here. That ball almost decapitated me. Not sure what happened. It was way off the heel. We've got another ball here in reserve waiting to go. 58-degree gap wedge. This poor thing has seen better days. It must have hit a rock on the golf course the last time I was there. Must have been a rock in the grass or something. 71 yards. We got some green to play with. Let's just get it up there. Sit. All right, 16.6, a little bit downhill it looks like. Oh boy, we got her. Number 11 is a par 4, 363-yard par 4. It's a pretty short par 4, especially if I can get a hold of the ball with my driver. Maybe be 140, 150 yards out. Let's see if what we can do. I just noticed this is a dog leg though, so that's probably not happening. We can try to tempt fate here. Pretend that trees are 90% air. Not a bad shot, but certainly not the kind of distance you want. We have a headwind, but the lab software is showing a carry of 204, which is, I guess, a good enough deviation from what GS Pro showing there. 165 yards in. Let's hit the 7. Yeah, there we go. The TV down here is back. It is back, folks. Green looks a little tricky. Yeah, it's a 3-tiered green. And the hole is cut into the back, which is the highest part. What we really don't want to do is hit that front low part. Okay, pulled it a little bit and hit it too far, but we're not in the bunker. But we do have to chip over a bunker, which is sometimes worse. 24 yards. We shouldn't take a penalty. This is fairway. We want to clear the bunker though, 100%. Or go into the other bunker. Okay. We're in a bit of a conundrum here. This is a super high bunker. On the green, what do we got here? 12 feet, 13 feet. This is unfortunately for bogey, and it'll probably end up being a double. You're not going to make a lot of 12-foot putts, but we'll still try. Uphill. Okay. You always hate taking doubles, especially in the simulator. It's simply not necessary. Okay, what do we got here? 142 yards, we're up a couple. Let's say this is going to play like 138, 140 to the pin with the wind. Don't have a lot of green to play with. Let's hit a 9-iron and see if we can get it up there near the pin. Not quite enough juice there, but we'll be all right. Ten-yarder. Got out of there with a par after that unfortunate double bogey. What do we got here? 13th is a 435-yard par 5. Doesn't look like any dog leg's gonna block me out this time. We're hitting about, I don't know, 225, 230. Let's say the ball's gonna go about right there. Wouldn't say we're getting a ton of height, peak height. We still got 202 yards to go. Let's hit the 4-iron. We don't necessarily need to get there, but it would be nice. That's quite a long ways to be accurate for me. Sit. That's hot. Sit. All right, that left us with a 10.5 foot putt, which is going to feel more like 8.5, and this is for eagle here. Okay, I wish I could say that was the first time I missed an eagle putt in the simulator, but it is not, and it went a little too far actually. 7-footer here, unfortunately. But we'll take the birdie. Could have been an eagle. That's okay. Eagles are very rare, even for professional golfers. So don't worry yourself about it too much, I'd say. 161 yards. I do not need a tee. It's going to play, I don't know, 162-ish with the wind. We got some green to play with too, and it's protected. It's pretty well protected. We got to play a smart shot here. I think I pushed it there, and we're probably going to be on the beach. Let's see if we can get this ball close to the pin for a par chance here. We got plenty of green to play with, no sense in risking it, and that ball's going to want to roll. That ball's going to want to roll. We need to get the ball up. Probably want to land it, I don't know, 22 yards or so. A little too much sauce there. Probably looking at a bogey now, unfortunately. 15. I mean, it was a good out, but we're still not in a great position here. And that was with a 20% loss in power, if you can believe that. Okay, bogey, that's not great, but here we are nonetheless. Number 15 is a 375-yard par 4. Let's aim right for this sand trap and see if we can put together a hole here. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, okay. We're working on it, we're working on it. Okay, looks like we're blocked out 160 something yards out of the rough. So you know we're gonna lose, I don't know, I think it's 7%. Let's go with the 7-iron. I won't say that's the best strike ever. It was thick. Yeah, 6%. It was just a little thick and a little toward the toe there, leaving us with a little bit of work. We got to get this up near the pin. 16 yards. That's kind of dangerous. Bump and run gone partially wrong there, but that still may have been better than the result from that high lofted wedge, right? "11 feet 2 inches. It's going to be downhill though, probably closer to 7 feet here, I'd say. Got her, saved par. What do we got here on the 16th? 408 yard par 4. There's an easier way to do this here. There we go. Let's aim right for that sand trap. Bit heely again. We are not close to the pin. Let's hit a 6 iron here. Let's go for the center of the green. We got a bit of wind. Felt fat. Not bad. Okay, 30 yards here. What's the heat map look like? Not a whole lot. Still got a putt ahead of us. Probably looking at a bogey here. "17th is 375 yard par 4. Let's aim about right there. Hitting off the heel. As the day progresses, maybe back up off the ball a little bit more. Here we're hitting 100 and we got 154 to the pin plus a couple of yards for elevation. We got any green? We got plenty of green to play with, but it looks pretty sloped. Yeah, you don't want to be low on the green here. We want to kind of go a little bit aggressively toward the pin, but I don't want to hit my 7 iron here. Yeah, we're in the peanut bunker there. Of all the places we could have gone, we are in the bunker. And you guys can see these bunkers aren't very forgiving. They look more like something you'd seeing your ATV out on the dunes. Or what do they call them now? XTVs? Side-by-sides, razors. 24, we got plenty of green to play with here. We know we're gonna lose 25% power or so. Good shot. I believe this is 18. 300-yard par 5, folks. 300-yard par 5. Flying Fat Kid and Hosel Rocket, if they're in this league, I'm sure they're going to drive this green. Okay. Somehow still toey, excuse me, off the heel, but because the fairways are so hard, I got a good bit of rollout. 71 yards into the pin. Let's check out our target here. We should be all right. We want to err on the left side and stay away from that low area there in blue. Maybe aim a smidge over. 58-degree wedge here. All right, we've left ourselves a bit of a predicament here. We're way above the hole. We got to putt downhill for this birdie here, and we are miles from the hole. Let's just aim a little to the left. It says it's flat, but I don't feel like it is. It might be flat in compared to where we're standing if we look at the heat map. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go over a little bit of a hill here because we go up and then we're going to go down. Anyway, let's see here. 36 feet. Knowing we're going to go downhill at the end. Didn't quite get the break there, but we should be out of the hole. Okay, not a bad scorecard, especially compared to yesterday. Yesterday was rough. 76 there, so 4 over par. I will certainly take that. There's your scorecard. Let's check the stats. 10 pars, 3 birdies, no eagles, 3 bogeys, 2 double bogeys. Longest drive was 260, average was 230. That is a far cry from yesterday. My average yesterday was about 200. Total putting 105 feet and 26 putts, 2 sand saves. Duration of the round was 43 minutes. 7 greens, 12 fairways. That's got to be some kind of record for me. And then this other stuff I still have not researched. All right, ladies and gents, I appreciate you watching the videos. As always, that round wasn't bad at all. I'm going to play another round now in my wonderful What a Player golf shirt here. And we'll see you in a little bit. Have a good one.